Okay, now the real fun begins. I am about to go through downtown and look for work, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of abandoned buildings down here. A good part of what brings people down here is being gutted. So I'm gonna go and I am gonna start going business to business to see what if I can actually rummage up some side work so I can make us some money. Maybe even put us in a hotel room, you know what I mean? So, wish me luck today. All right, guys, it looks like I may have had my first lead, and I'm learning some things. So I walked by this business, said that they were looking for, or that they weren't able to be open because of staff shortages. So as a freelancer, that gives you an opportunity to at least help them out until they find some employees. So I left it with my number. I'm gonna check back in with them on Friday because they said they might give me a call on Friday. Now it's something I've never done. They want me to do prep work, but I mean, I told them as long as they were willing to teach me, I'd be more than happy to learn. So anyways, guys, even on a bad day, there are good things that happen. So if you're ever in this situation, don't get down. The world will pick you up if you just keep a positive attitude. You know, I mean, I think that's one of the most important things that I learned from the Meyer material is that your attitude and your mental state of being is more important than the environment around you. It's actually what creates the environment around you. So anyways, guys, thanks for, this is just my daily update, and I'll check in a little bit later. Hey guys, so it's coming towards the end of our day, and hey, we had, one pleasant surprise. So somebody made a tip into the tip jar. Thank you again, Bridget. I truly appreciate it. I'm glad you appreciate what I do and that you do what you do, because it's what keeps me going. So I want to kind of show you what we went and spent the first little bit of money on, because we looked at a hotel just because, when you're sleeping outside, you're sleeping on the ground, you don't get to take a shower for a couple of days. The first thing you're thinking is warm bed, or is a soft bed and a nice warm shower and some privacy. But that doesn't, it's not worth the money nowadays. I mean, things have gone up so much. So what we did instead is, as you see here, I got us a sandwich and each a soda, because she's a Pepsi girl and I'm a Coke dude. So I don't know how we're in the same house, the red and blue. But anyways, guys, I wanted to say thank you, Bridget, for doing what you did. I truly appreciate it. Now we can afford her phone card so that when I have to go distances, because I might be going to work on Friday. There was a place that is running that they're short staffed, so they're closing and shortening their hours. Well, I told them I'll be here till the middle of January, as long as, if they're looking for somebody, I can fill in, and then that way they can keep the hours up, keep open, keep the business open, because I mean, I know what it's like as a small business owner to struggle. So if you are a small business owner, and people come by and they want to freelance, just remember that this is something that's mutually beneficial for everybody, okay? Especially as times get tough. But hey, Bridget, I wanted to say thank you for dinner, and Princess over here says thanks for dinner as well. All right, and we'll give you some more updates as the night goes along. All right, guys, it's Friar Tuck here. Okay, it is about 7 o'clock at night. I'm an old fuddy-duddy, which means I like to go to bed early, so we'll probably be in bed in about the next 2 hours or so. But you guys seem to like the update, so let me give you an update on some of the things that have happened since the last update. So one of the things that I did is I went to, there's the bar that's right next to us, and because we had the money and we've been using their bathroom, it's always a courtesy that you patronage them as well, especially if you're using their facilities. It's important. So we went and offered them, because I know that usually when you sit in a bar, they'll give you bottomless Coke. So I'm like, I'm willing to pay for it, but we're sitting outside if you don't mind. And so they just gave us a couple of Cokes for free. I haven't gone to see if I can get a refill, but considering they gave it to us for free, I don't want to abuse it either. But man, it feels nice to have something other than water sometimes. And I have been missing having soda in ice. There's just something about soda and ice that makes it taste so good. But so just to kind of walk you through our day, the first video you saw today that I released, it'll be yesterday by the time it comes out. But that first video was me just venting my frustrations because I kept going into places and they're just like, yeah, no, because they're part of chains, and the owner's not there or the franchisee is not there, and it makes it really, really hard to be able to find work. However, I did find a small little mom and pop Chinese or Thai restaurant, and the thing is what I find funny is that the Asian restaurants, most of them are owned are small mom and pop shops, but those guys always take advantage of people that are willing to come in and give them freelance work. So I will be highly surprised if I don't get a call on Friday. But they were saying that they're closed on Wednesdays because they are short on hours, short on staff. And I'm like, I went in there and talked to them. I said, look, you guys got to look for somebody, but I'm willing to fill in and kind of help fill the gap a little bit if you guys want to use me. And I even told them that my beginning pay rate, even though I know I could probably make more just because of the economy, but I just told them my beginning pay rate's $10 an hour. I'm not trying to break the bank. I'm just trying to make sure, one, that I have money in my pocket, because we don't have that overhead. I don't have rent and electricity and all that other stuff. We just need to make sure that we have our basics, like our food, our hygiene, and even some creature comforts. So, being in this position allows me to be able to work and to find work and to make myself a little bit more valuable, because I'm willing to work at a reasonable wage. $10 an hour is not a lot in today's economy. Like 5 years ago, $10 an hour would have been crazy, but now $10 an hour is like $5 an hour. So we offered to do that so that we could so that I can make sure that I get some work. So I'm not trying to break anybody's bank or anything like that. And considering we're in this situation, it just makes it easier for us. Anyways, guys, we have actually, the end of our day has been really good. Because we made what we wanted to make in between her panhandling and with what Bridget gave us, we were able to reach our goal and kind of head home a day early. Plus our sleeping spot, it's one of those weekend clubs, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday, those guys they're going to be open and so on and so forth. So we can't sleep here, and this is a really safe spot. I mean, we're right across the street from an admin building. The sheriff, we see a sheriff's car come by here probably every 15 minutes to an hour. There's a sheriff's car that runs up and down this street, going in either direction, and that makes us feel safe, especially after what we ran in today. So one of the things that we ran into today was some of the people from Grace, the homeless shelter. They were coming down here for various reasons. Well, one of the guys that we kind of made an acquaintance with, he's like, oh, well, let's camp together. And I'm like, no, we want to camp by ourselves. And he's like, well, I'm an ice dealer and stuff. I'm like, we definitely don't want to camp with you, because I don't do it. So I'm gonna have to worry about this for a little while. We really need to get out of Gainesville and into Tallahassee. But Princess, and the reason why I call her Princess is because I tease her that her daddy lied to her by calling her a princess. So she's my princess. But anyways, so Princess and I, we probably need to move. I mean, January 15th, she wants to be around for her birthday so that she can spend it with her mom. And then we're going to go up and probably see her sister in Tallahassee in January. But part of me really wants to leave sooner than that, just because we don't want to get intertwined in it. And one of the things that caused us to come out here instead of staying at Grace is that if you stay around there too long, it's going to suck the life out of you. You're going to get caught up in the stuff, and the last thing you want to do is get caught up in the drug world or get caught up in all this other stuff. So it's important that we keep ourselves distant from that crowd, even though we're part of the community. Like, we can interact with them, but to keep an arm's distance. This has been the biggest thing that we've had to learn as a couple. As an individual, I generally keep to myself anyways, but she's a very social creature. She's very nice, and she brings people around her. And some of the people that come around, you kind of got to think, oh, wait a minute, this person probably shouldn't be around us. So you know, as we move along, we're going to really try and keep our distance from the community, although by default we are part of the homeless community, even though we're nomads. So January 15th is when we're planning on heading to Tallahassee, and then from Tallahassee we're probably going to go to New Orleans, because I really want to hit New Orleans before winter is over, and I want to make sure that we get up north for summer and late spring, just because I don't want to deal with the humidity and the heat. There's a reason why I don't want to be in Florida, and that's one of the main ones. Plus, I'm tired of these damn mosquitoes. We have been being eaten alive, even out here in this city, by these mosquitoes. So anyways, guys, hey, thank you for all the kindness that you guys have shown us, and thank you for being a part of my community. And I love your comments. I try and respond to them as often as possible. Again, you guys know how to help the channel. If you want to like or subscribe or share, that goes a long way. Also, if you use the affiliate links, I get a commission off of that. Or if you leave something in my tip jar, I truly appreciate that. We will show you kind of what we're spending the money on. That way, those of you that are skeptical that we're going and spending it on things that we shouldn't, or just want to make sure that we're spending it in the right way, we can show you the things that we're getting with it. So, for example, I bought us lunch, and I got us some drinks. You guys know I'm a smoker, so I bought us a pack of smokes that we could split. And tomorrow we're going to stop by Walmart. We're going to get her the $35 card, because she thought she lost her phone. Turns out it was in her bottomless pit of a purse. So that saves us $30 there. So we're able to go and get that done tomorrow, and then we're going to head back to Grace and camp there over the weekend before we come back here next week. Unless, you know, if on Friday I get that call, I'm just going to have to go back and forth. I've got people that can keep an eye on her there that I trust. Or I may just have to bring her with me. It's still up in the air, but I want to make sure that my princess is safe, so that I don't have to worry about that in the back of my mind. But with her having a phone and a phone number and everything like that, that's going to make life so much easier on us, because I don't have to worry about what's going on with her. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.